Hey guys, this is Ash at Audio 46. So today I'm just gonna cut to the chase and talk about this one, which is FiiO FH7. I've been hearing all the buzz about it and I wanna see if it's worth all the hype. Alright, let's start. FiiO FH7 comes with the earphones, detachable MMCX cable with 3.5mm connector, assorted ear tips consisting of 3 pairs of silicone balance tips, 2 pairs of foam tips, 3 pairs of silicone vocal tips, 3 pairs of silicone bass tips, 3 pairs of spin fit tips, and 1 pair of tube flange tips. There are exchangeable filters also, including bass boost, reference sound, and high boost. It also comes with this leather storage case, zipping canvas carrying case, magnetic clip, cleaning tool, and the mat. FH7 cables are list style cable with a standard 1.2 meter length, and as you guys can see here, it has 8 individual insulated conductors that are braided together. And like I said earlier, this beautiful transparent jacket really reveals the true beauty of copper-plated silver wires underneath. And also, although the cable might look a little stiff because of this thickness, it's actually really flexible and easy to control, like you see it here. I personally like cables that are on the thicker side because it doesn't get that tangled when I try to wrap it. So I was personally super happy that these FH7 earphones comes with filter options because not all of us have the same taste in sound signature, right? It's like sometimes I want to eat my fried chicken fried with soy sauce and not hot sauce. Or vice versa, something like that. Anyway, so these aids the bass boost, treble boost, and the sound reference. So personally, I have no complaints about the design because just look at it. I think it's really pretty. And my favorite part about the design is this black part. And apparently the design is inspired by the dark, powerful waves of the ocean. So pretty cool, right? And I think this rose gold outer rim really highlights the black part of it, and the silver nozzle really brings all the colors together. I also have a thing about clear, transparent things. I don't know what it is, but I just am fascinated by it. So when I saw this cable, it immediately stole my attention. These are also very, very durable and light, and part of the reason why it's so light is because these are made out of aluminum magnesium alloy. And in general, I think I can tell they put a lot into the design. One last thing is that you can also screw on and off the filters, so that's a plus, right? These on for a while for sound testing, and actually almost forgot that I had these on because it was so comfortable and light. And when I first put these on, it just fell right in my ears and it closed every possible gap. So the shells did touch a little bit of my ears, but the edges are so round and smooth, so it was barely noticeable. So definitely 2 thumbs up. The low end on FH7 is basically dry, but tight and controlled. Honestly speaking, you won't get that warm, juicy, powerful low end right off the bat with these, but at the same time, the low end is very honest and not overly exaggerated, so it sounded very nice on rock, classical, and jazz. I mean, Victor Wooten, I'm probably saying his last name wrong, but I can never say it right. Victor Wooten, and Red Hot Chili Peppers, I mean, you name it. The bass sounded so accurate, and at the same time, it didn't overshadow the mids, which was very impressive to me. But on the other hand, my friend FiiO sounded a little less intimidating because the bass wasn't powerful enough to back him up. So his gangsta level kind of went down to level 5. And songs like Mi Gente didn't make me want to get up and move and dance or Zumba. So it's pretty hard to satisfy me with the mids, but the mids on FH7 was amazing. Like a melting type of amazing. Like I could sum it down to 3 words, and it's full, defined, and detailed. I mean, Song City was the first song that I tested the mids with on FH7, and I knew that song was beautiful, but I didn't know it was that beautiful until I listened to it with FH7. It was so amazing, and it kind of blew my mind, honestly. And the vocals sounded not too forward, but had the just right amount of power to it. So I would recommend songs like Come Find Me or Taillights that are EDM music, but it still has really nice vocal to it. I also realized even the instrumentations in electronic music sounded so crystal clear, and not to mention like other genres, especially tracks with, let's say, strings. The separation in sound was so ideal, so blew my mind. The highs on FH7 has this bright and transparent feeling, and it has this boost that kind of makes the whole sound, especially female vocals, sound a little penetrating depending on the mix. But you can kind of look at it like the highs are a little less decorated and a bit more authentic. I did notice when I heard jazz music especially, the snare sounded so pleasant, and I think part of the reason is because of the precise light feeling. So in general, I would say with the highs on FH7, it sounds better on instrumental tracks rather than vocal heavy tracks or tracks with vocal. This was the other part that I was super impressed with on FH7. Soundstage on FH7 was really spacious, that it just makes you or me want to just like float around. It has the sense of depth and space and the feeling of width. So when you listen to tracks, the vocals sound intimate enough and instrumentations are set farther in the space, but they somehow manage to like throw together really wonderfully. You know that song Take 5, that really famous jazz song? So quick story, my dad had that as a ringtone for like several years when I was young. So I really dread listening to that song, right? But even that song, I actually listened to it and revisit it after a long time with FH7 because the soundstage was so good and it had the ideal separation in sound. So I give double thumbs up again. So my final thoughts. I mean, even me, you guys know already, who's like, oh my god, lows are so important. I need this powerful lows. When I heard the mid-range and tested out the soundstage, I already forgot about the lows. So that already kind of sold me. And on top of that, I think the design is one of the best designs I've ever seen. I think it's pretty unique, and at the same time it has this classy look, so I really dig that part. And on top of that also, it comes with interchangeable filters and so many tips options, so I think it'll be hard to find something like this in this price range in the market. So me personally, definitely strongly recommend this. Alright guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this review too, and I'll see you guys soon.